Okay, so in order to show you the pressure washer, I had to move the mower out of the way here real quick, and I'll be climbing over that to get over to the buck barn, but I'm just going to show you the pressure washer I chose, and it came down to this Greenworks 2000 psi pressure washer from Lowe's. This is just a fitting that I added to it for a quick connect for my hose, but it's a 2000 psi electric pressure washer. On some of the comments I noticed they didn't want to reel the hose up because it kept it tightly coiled, so I just hang it over here with the electrical cord. And then it comes with a 0 degree, a 25, which is on it, 40 degree, and then a soap. And then you got soap down here too, Kreg Kutter or whatever you want to use for your house or whatever. But this thing blasted and blasted and blasted and did a wonderful job. Spent all day doing it, all the cages and everything, but I'm so happy with that. Instead of burning or scraping or whatever, you still had to rub some wire brush on some things, but it did blast most of those hair mats and the urine and the poop that gets stuck in a corner. Blasted that stuff out just fine. It was better than I expected an electric pressure washer to do for me. I looked at Sears, you know, with the Craftsman and everything, and there was just enough negative comments. And I looked at a bunch of other places, and then I fell onto this one at Lowe's, and it had all these good comments. People are real happy with it, so that's what I went with. It was, if you're wondering, it was like $199 here early 2015 when I bought it at Lowe's. So I'm very happy with it. It's at least what I expected. So we will go on, move around the mower, go to the buck barn. So we had to do a separate video. And alright, hey guys, these are only shut up because it's a nice day out, but I got done mowing, so that's why they were shut up. I didn't want them getting spooked. Those are kind of used to it, bucks aren't. Alrighty, let's see. Let's start over here. Here's Mr. Payday. He's just started to blow his coat and molting it off a little bit, so he's got lots of hair, as you can see on the stray. It's just, he has just been showing all spring and winning and doing wonderful, and just this week just said, I'm done, Dad. So he's done showing for a while, maybe permanently, because there's always other ones that need to show in front of him. Same thing with Milk Duds here. This is Milk Duds. Hey buddy, good boy. Yeah, and Milk Duds, he's doing the same thing, blowing his coat. Just a buck thing, I guess. Payday here was the number 3 in the senior buck class for the nationals. The 2 bucks that beat him, he's competed against before and had won before. Just nationals, he just, like I said, he just started slipping, so his coat was really rough and it wasn't as smooth and as it should be and silky. Let's see here. This here is one of Payday's sons out of Hot Tamales. Hot Tamales is a national winner. She won Best Variety in 2014 at the National. So this is a really good matchup. And a nice little buck who already has one leg. He's 4 months and a week old. Took him to a show and he beat a bunch of older bucks near 6-month mark. And the same with his brother. He won the other show, and you can see him. He's a big boy. This guy is 4 months and 2 weeks old. You can just tell he's got a big old nice tight, big nice arc to his body, big head on him. There, you can see it. Yeah, just gorgeous buck. I am so ecstatic with these two, and they are his sons. So one of them will probably end up staying around here, and one of them will get sold to somebody really lucky, because right now they are some of the best stuff I got coming up. It's nice to see the young ones do well, because then you know you're still on track, you're still doing the right things. And when they win really young against older stuff, that makes you really happy too. So this buck here, he's just an extra buck that's just turned senior. Just kind of feeling him out, what I want to do with him. Don't really know yet. He's a gorgeous buck, full breeding to gummy bears and litter mate to Bit of Honey and Red Vines. He's got 2 legs. Just couldn't get that 3rd leg because of other bucks that have beat him, like the one I told you outside. This buck here, he is a Warhead and whatchamacallit buck, and he did. Was he? I don't think I took him. Yeah, I did. He was probably he was right behind these guys, the 2 that I just showed you. He's a nice buck. He's going to be doing fine. I mean, it's just had room for him, brought him in here. And So as the young bucks go and all these juniors, it's just time to weigh them out. You know, you just gotta test them all out here. All right, which is exciting because I finally got room. I got my cages clean. I'm just so happy about that. I can't even tell you. I like to move them around. So Warhead, before him and Smarty start spraying their cage, as you can see, he's already started. They're pretty messy bucks, but they're both grand champions, obviously. Well, almost everything here is now. It's breeding, which is wonderful. Warhead, he's the just over 9-pound buck I was telling you about. A bunch of kids out there that are winners. He had children that have been winners. He's had children that's won best breed. So it's the same with Smarty. Smarty's been doing the same thing with his kids. Smarty's a little bigger buck, if you'll remember old Smarty. He's a little bit lighter red, but he's a Crackle and Miss K. And Warhead is Uncle Si and Milky Way. I know some of you that haven't seen my old videos aren't keeping up with all that stuff, so that's okay. I'll figure I'll just tell you. Now this here is Icebreakers. Icebreakers is a senior buck now. He's gonna be a big boy. He has already granded, got enough legs to grand, and he's won countless times for me at big shows and against huge big competition. So pretty excited about Icebreakers. Icebreakers is Crackle and Glacier. Glacier was a white doe out of Milky Way and Zero, and he is a buck, a nice broken red buck out of that white doe because her broken red, or her red mother. Down here, new guy super happy about. This is the winner of who got to stay out of all those broken bucks from the previous videos here 1 or 2 ago. This is York. York is a Smarty and Andy's double grand champion breeding. And York is awesome. Super hard buck, super nice body. Still young. Like I said, he's just turned 6'8". And once he gets his another month of size on him, he's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait. So happy about York. He is homegrown, you know, who's both his parents are homegrown, you know, and even let's see, and 2 of those grandparents, 1 on each side, are homegrown. So you're talking all the way back to the great grandparents before, you know. So that's exciting when you're getting that far along in your line and they're all becoming yours pretty much. Okay, down here, Good Bar. We'll show Good Bar real quick. Hey, Good Bar. Hey, look at the camera. All right, there's Good Bar. Everybody knows Good Bar and what he's done for us. His children have been awesome, and so is he. Aren't you, buddy? He's looking pretty good. Not too bad a coat, but he's not coming out of retirement. He's granded and done. He just stay here and hang out. Up here is Jawbreaker, and and he's kind of new still, and he's new to this big cage, so we're still working on that. This is Junior Mints. He is Jawbreaker and Twix. So both his parents are brokens, just like, and he's litter mates to Jolly Rancher out there, and they have been doing wonderful. I've had them and their other sister, they've just been winning a bunch of legs and winning best of breeds, the 2 does have, and he's on his 2nd leg, so one more and I can grand him. But it's red out of broken on broken breedings and the solid reds that come of it. And I'm getting some excellent color and these huge, big, tall, wide bodies, wonderful fur out of it because of those broken breedings. So we'll leave Junior Mints alone. He still needs to get used to his new cage he just got. So he's like, what is up with this? I'm in here with all these buck smells. So he's quite excited. Nice looking buck, isn't he? For a young guy. I'm pretty happy about that. So that's 2 big updates. Sorry I rambled, but I know a lot of people have been asking me, wanting to see them. This is just kind of what happened, and got all the cages clean and pressure washed off. So that's really what else to say right now. Not much for educational wise, just showing you some new people or new rabbits coming up. You saw all them babies out there, getting ready to wean them right now, and then get my chores done. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching all of our videos, and have a good one.